What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA
Monday, March 24th. These picks apply for the DraftKings simulated showdown slates.
Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made.
Okay guys, real quick for those who don't know how these simulated slates work on DraftKings, everything works the same. You build a full lineup using the players available in the slate. The only difference is the fantasy points each player scores is a fantasy score from any game that player has played so far this year. Only players with at least 15 games played are in the player pool. Pretty simple. They just take a score at random from previous games that player has played, and that's it. So knowing how that works, we've added some tools to Draft Dashboard so you can see all the possible outcomes of scores from each player, and we show the percent chance that the player has to score in each point range. So pretty handy. You can hover over the Sim Scores button and see right here exactly what scores this player can get for this contest. It will be one of these at random. And then you can see what percent chance they have to score in these point ranges. Okay, let's get into these picks. Okay guys, in this video, I'm gonna give you a handful of value plays for both the 1 p.m. slate between Philadelphia and Boston and the 7 p.m. slate between Brooklyn and Golden State. So if it's already past 1 p.m., go ahead and skip through until you see the Golden State Brooklyn players. So for this game at 1 p.m. between Philadelphia and Boston, there's a smash play here. It's Robert Williams at 1,000 DraftKings salary. He's projected at 15.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 15.3 times value. So let's take a look at his sim scores. He has a 52% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less. He has a 43% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, and he has a 4% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points. So at min salary, this guy's averaging 15.3 fantasy points per game. So I like Robert Williams here at only 1,000 DraftKings salary. Another value play I like is Enes Kanter. He's projected at 21.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 7.6 times value. He's only 2,800 DraftKings salary. And let's take a look at his sim scores. He's got a 28% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, but he has a 54% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, and he has a 14% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, and a 4% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. So he's got some monster upside. He's low salary, great value play. So I like Enes Kanter here at only 2,800 DraftKings salary. And another value play that I like here is Josh Richardson. He's projected at 25.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 6.4 times value. He's only 4,000 DraftKings salary. And let's take a look at his sim scores. He's got a 15% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less. He has a 46% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, but he's got a 39% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, which would be smashing his value. So I like Josh Richardson here for only 4,000 DraftKings salary. Okay, a couple of mid-range plays that I like here. I like Alec Burks, projected at 27.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.8 times value. He's 4,800 DraftKings salary. And let's take a look at his sim scores. He's got only a 7% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less. He has a 57% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points. He has a 28% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points. He has a 7% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points, and he has a 2% chance to break the slate and score 60 plus fantasy points. So this guy's got a 37% chance to score 30 fantasy points or more and get you over 6 times value. So I like Alec Burks here at only 4,800 DraftKings salary. And another mid-range player that I like tonight is Marcus Smart, who's projected at 30.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.6 times value. He's 5,400 DraftKings salary. And let's take a look at his sim scores. He's got a 4% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less. He has a 48% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points. He has a 38% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points. And he has an 8% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. And he has a 2% chance to break the slate and score 60 plus fantasy points. There's a lot of games that he played without Kemba Walker, so you're hoping to draw one of those games. So I like Marcus Smart at only 5,400 DraftKings salary.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at some value plays for this game between the Brooklyn Nets and the Golden State Warriors here at 7 p.m. tonight Eastern. So the top value play on the slate is Chris Chiozza. He's projected at 11.2 fantasy points here tonight. He's only 1,000 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. So he's got a 61% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, and a 39% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points. You can see here in his possible simulated game scores, he's got 22, 21, 26, 21, 21, 20. He's got a lot of pretty decent games, and at only 1,000 DraftKings salary, he could be a monster value play. So I like Chris Chiozza here at only 1,000 DraftKings salary. Another player that's almost min salary, I like Dragon Bender, who's projected at 16.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 10.3 times value. He's only 1,600 DraftKings salary. And let's take a look at his sim scores. He's got a 50% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, and he's got a 38% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points. And he has a 13% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, which would be a slate breaker here at only 1,600 DraftKings salary. Okay, so a few mid-range plays here. I like Jarrett Allen, projected at 28.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.4 times value. He's 5,200 DraftKings salary. And let's take a look at his sim scores. He's got a 9% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less. He has a 45% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points. He has a 38% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points. And he has a 6% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. Then he's got some monster upside with a 2% chance to break the slate and score 60 plus fantasy points. So it's always nice to see those guys that have a small percent chance to score 60 plus, especially for this mid-range salary. So he's got an 8% chance to score 45 fantasy points or more. So I like Jarrett Allen here at only 5,200 DraftKings salary.
Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard.
So look guys, I know there's not a lot of sports playing right now, but we are posting a daily cheat sheet for esports for the League of Legends contests, and we just added these new DFS tools for the NBA simulated slates. We're going to be updating our tools to help you pick the best players for these sim sports, And I think these tools are going to give you a big advantage. There's no human element here. This is a stats game. This is a math problem. This is where our tools can really help you identify the numbers, the percent chance these players are going to score within these point ranges, so you know what you're getting into with each pick. And another mid-range play here, I like DeAndre Jordan, projected at 25.8 fantasy points tonight. That's 5.4 times value. He's 4,800 DraftKings salary. And let's take a look at his sim scores. He's got an 11% chance to score 0 to 15 fantasy points. He has a 64% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points. He has a 21% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points. And he has a 4% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. So I like DeAndre Jordan here at only 4,800 DraftKings salary. And another guy who's a nice value play tonight, I like Garrett Temple, projected at 21.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.1 times value. He's 4,200 DraftKings salary. And let's take a look at his sim scores. He's got a 22% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 62% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, and a 16% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points. So this guy's got a 78% chance to get you close to 5 times value, probably about a 70% chance to get you 5 times value or more with some nice upside. So I like Garrett Temple here at only 4,200 DraftKings salary. Now remember guys, I went through the value plays here. Of course you're gonna have to put some studs in there that've got the bigger upside, but the value plays are gonna allow you to fit those studs in. So I'm gonna keep giving you these value plays in our daily DraftKings simulated showdown videos.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy basketball videos every single day. So if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy basketball and fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second, and it helps us push out more fantasy content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. This is a quick reminder, you should be reading the comments of this video. We have some savvy basketball fans who watch these videos, and they often give great plays and call me out when my picks are wrong. Wisdom of the crowd is a great way to get a feel for what players the field likes in today's NBA slate. We also have a DFS tool that shows you what players our members like for today's slate. So you can come on in and check that out.